Good morning, it's Timothy. I don't date seriously anymore. Even though I know you could be like, Tamia, when's the last time you dated seriously? I don't know. The last time I. Funny enough, even after I broke up with my ex Liam, like in 2022, I was like, you know what? Let me just not date anybody so that I can have no stress. That didn't happen because somehow niggas can still stress you out despite you not even being boyfriend and girlfriend. And so it was 2 years of hell and mistakes. And even funny enough, this fucking winter, I was like, I want to just have a passive fling that means nothing and it's just fun. Nothing but fun. No sort of stress, no commitment. We don't even talk afterwards. This nigga knows he's gonna get blocked in advance. No issues. You want to know what happened? I met someone who was damn near future husband material in at least all the ways I liked, but also a nightmare in the ways I hated, and they stressed me the fuck out and then convinced me that we would have a connection. It wouldn't be our last time seeing each other, and then we never saw each other again. So it's like, cool, for no fucking reason. You just went, I'm the wrong candidate for this job, but I am thoroughly experienced, so I'm gonna be perfect, and then just a fucking nightmare, and then just vanish. Like, what the fuck? Like, Jesus, niggas piss me off, and I'll put it this way, I'm becoming more of a misandrist in a lot of ways, because it's just like, between male ego and male audacity, and I'm getting tired of it. And I've given all types of niggas chances who didn't deserve to even be fucking looked at a single time in my lifetime. And I have reaped the hell of those and the consequences of when you give a short guy a chance, when you give an older guy a chance, when you give a fat guy a chance, or a poor guy. And it's just like, yeah, I've learned my lesson. So now I'm doing well. This summer I'm acting up and I'm having fun. So far, so good. I had a date with a guy last night. He was cute, older, but not super old. He was like 31. He had the mild salt and pepper look, but he still was very young and attractive in the face. He's Italian. I like it. Sexy. Is that racist to say to that accent? I don't even know, and do I care? Slightly. And he has a good job, and he took me out for food, and we had wonderful conversation, and I enjoyed myself. But I also thought to myself, I'll put it this way: I've read a lot about male psychology, and the more I learn about how men function with dating, the more disgusted I get. But I thought to myself, this could work to finally benefit me having flings that give me what I want. I don't really need much. It's like, okay, a man who has a good job. Yeah. Are they nice to me? Yeah. Do they look good? Like, are they eye candy? Sure. Sounds good. Are they polite and respectful, or at least enough? Sure. And like, I learned a bunch of things about male psychology, like how men really love the chase. They like it when women challenge them. They like it when women are demanding with high standards. They like it when women reject them. They like not knowing what a woman's thinking. They like sometimes not even knowing anything about a woman. They like just having a fantasy. They like it to be like, here's a gorgeous lady who's nice to me and she cares about me, but also doesn't care about me that much. She's perfect. I'll do anything for her. And I seemed to do well last night because on our date he took me to this nice Cajun food spot, and I just figured to myself, okay, I don't care if this guy's gonna ask me shit about myself because I know it'll benefit me in the long run. Because niggas are funny. You could just ask them questions about themselves all evening, and they'll ask you like 3 questions about yourself maximum, if even that. And then they'll be like, oh man, I'm falling for this girl. There's something about her. It's like, yeah, nigga, I let you talk about yourself and I smiled when you talked and asked you more follow up questions, and you felt happy and joy, and you associate the joy of being cared about and listened to and heard and seen as interesting. As in, like, you associate those positive thoughts with me. Whole time, these niggas don't realize they haven't asked a single question back. He asked like a few. He seemed like happy about what he heard, but, you know, conversation got deep, but not overly deep or overly complex, but deep enough where he messaged me when he got home and he was like, I had a really great time last night. It was really nice to meet you. I didn't expect things to get so deep, and I'm really liking the direction this went. And I said, I'm glad you had a nice time, with a smiley face. And that made him nervous. And then he was like, I'm sorry if I talked your ears off. I hope I didn't bother you. I hope you had a nice time too. I would love to meet up with you soon. Good night. Talk to you tomorrow. And I clarified, I was like, yeah, I had a nice time. Thank you. I'll talk to you tomorrow as well. Good night. And so far, so good. So that's already one positive date. He has a good job. I think construction management. I think that's a good job because I'll put it this way. I've met niggas in construction who make bankroll, and so I imagine construction management makes even more. And I don't know. It's like, that works for me. Yeah, that works. And I kind of just figured to myself, all right, this guy is already on the right track for what I like. And I came home and I was stress free and happy, and that worked for me. Then I had a date that was also the good thing is kind of me realizing that I want to be more selfish about how I date for my own benefit because honestly, fuck these niggas. A lot of these niggas are psychotic and don't know what they want and play games. It's like, you know what, might as well have some fun myself too. I had a planned date with a dude this morning because I remember I was taking a hot girl walk for my depression to make sure I get like my daily exercise and sunlight on my skin and vitamin D and stuff so I don't just totally lose my fucking mind in total isolation. And this guy, he was older. I don't remember how old, but I'll put it this way. If you're above the age of 30, I consider you old as a man. Like, I'm sorry, you're just rotten. Like, it doesn't mean you're unlovable or unlikable. It just means it's like, if you're trying to fuck me, have money. Like, I'm just saying. You better have some serious fucking cash. Because it's like, yeah. Like, if you're old and you're trying to fuck me, you better make life so good that I don't even realize we're in a recession. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Because you're too old to be, like, don't make my life worse. But anyway, this dude saw me, and I knew why he approached me when he approached me because I was just enjoying the sunlight. And like he saw that I had like my low cut dress and that my legs were long and shiny, and he just was like, and I was bent over at a certain angle as I was looking at my phone sitting down. And so I knew when he walked past me multiple times, I already knew what he was thinking. But we talked. A mutual friend came and joined the conversation I had with him when we met. He was pretty okay. He has good income, civil engineer. I'm pretty sure that makes good money. Like, it'd be stupid if it fucking didn't. And let's just say we planned a date, like, after a week or so, we planned a date, and it was supposed to be today. We were supposed to go rock climbing. But I already told him in advance that I don't like to wake up early. It's extremely rare for me to wake up early. Number one. Number two, rock climbing. Like, that's one of those things where it's like, that sounds fun in the afternoon, not first thing in the fucking morning. No, thank you. And then I also kind of just as we got closer to things, even yesterday I messaged him. I was like, I just realized I don't own a single set of sneakers. Like, all I've got are like heels and sandals. I was like, this is ghetto, but can I borrow some sneakers? He was like, oh, they got some you can borrow at the gym, blah blah. And I made it clear to him when because he was like, he offered either early evening or morning, and I was like, oh, how about we grab like breakfast and then like go to the farmers market first and then we go rock climbing so we can like get our energy up and like I don't know bond a little bit. And he was like, oh, how about rock climbing first, da 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 da. And I was like, okay, but can we get like, I don't know, can we swing by a Starbucks or whatever to get coffee and breakfast first? So because I can't, I really will not even get out of bed if I don't have a guarantee that I'm gonna be able to like have any sort of calories in my system. And then something about his response, he said, coffee works. See you then. And something about the way he said only coffee just kind of made me think, I thought to myself, I don't like that because that gives the energy of someone who's either going to be stingy or who's going to be all surprised Pikachu when I ask for one of those little pesto turkey sandwiches from fucking Starbucks. And I don't like the type of man who's going to do that. And I'll put it this way: I woke up this morning. I woke up super early. I woke up at like 7 a.m. and I had an urge hankering for lesbian porn. So I watched a bunch of lesbian porn. And then it was like, I forget when I wrapped up. All I know is when I wrapped up, I was like, thank God, I feel satisfied. And all the gayness is almost out of my body. And I'm just in this nice, warm energy where I feel like I can roll over and take a nap. But I thought to myself, shit, I have less than an hour before our supposed date. And then, like, between, like, me being very lesbian this morning and wanting to suck titties, and me also, I'll put it this way. It's like I had post nut clarity as well. So then it's like, okay. And I looked at the stats. I was like, this guy is short. Like, he was shorter than me, and I'm 5'7", 5'8". So he's like, what, 5'5", 5'6"? Already off to a bad start. Short guys, you can still get laid, just not for me. Like, I'm like, depends on the guy. But it's like, okay, you're short, you're scrawny, and not in the sexy twink way, but in the 20 cents a day, like Sarah McLachlan singing in the background way. Not attractive. You look like a skeleton with Marvin syndrome. I don't like that. And then on top of that, I thought to myself, I hardly remember how his face looks like, and I don't think he was even that cute, even with like the closest thing I think I remember him looking. So that's not good. I was like, I hardly remember his name. Rock climbing early in the morning when I just want to lay down on this chilly ass morning in the fetal position under my really soft blankets and bask in the lesbian energy I just have in my system. Like, I want to nap until 3 o'clock. I do not want to get my ass up and put on a skirt and some sandals and a tank top and then do rock climbing. Especially because it's like, bitch, I'm lying on my floor right now on my little shitty makeshift little whatever you papasan cushion that I use as a bed for now. It's like, I'm just saying. I thought to myself, this does not seem like a good deal. Plus, he's old. And I thought to myself, do I really want to meet some old dude who will meet up with me and he's not even that cute? And then we go to Starbucks. And then what? He'll get me a mocha to enjoy on an empty fucking stomach. And it'll fuck up my stomach. And I'm already not supposed to be consuming caffeine anyway. I'm supposed to be detoxing. But I'll need it to be awake at this hour mandatory. And then what? He's gonna give me a fucking attitude when I order a fucking pesto egg spinach sandwich from Starbucks, and he's gonna judge me as if I'm not worth the $6, which is gonna be extra insulting because sir, I'm a decade younger than you and hot with big titties. Calm down. And then on top of that, then it'll be like, okay, and then what? I'm gonna go rock climbing and be exhausted and miserable, and he's probably gonna do that thing that men do where they try to flirt with you by doing like demands and instructing you and touching you without your consent, or he's gonna try negging me. I just thought to myself, there's a million ways that could go wrong, and I don't like how men get in situations where they're teaching you how to exercise. Been there, done that. No, thank you. No. I thought to myself, I'm so weak that if you were to be like, Tia, let's go for a quick walk around the block, like one single lap, I would probably collapse and die, like halfway through it. I don't want to do that. And I thought to myself, I should just let him know. I just said, I'm sorry, I don't have the energy for rock climbing. I stayed out super late and da 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 da, all that. And he was like, okay, cool. And then he said my two least favorite things. He suggested them. He was like, how about we just get a coffee instead and go for a walk? And I'll put it this way. That's one of those Manchurian candidate sentences that you, as an older man, cannot say to me because I'm going to immediately try to kill you with the lasers in my mind off the bat. It's just going to shoot out of my skull like I'm fucking Homelander. And you don't want that. You don't want that. You want to be happy. You want to live the rest of your fucking life like happy. But I thought to myself, that's not an unreasonable thing to suggest. But I thought to myself, he's saying only coffee. It's super fucking early, nigga. It's 9 a.m. This isn't like you're just gonna give me coffee on an empty stomach. Like, I'll put it this way: if I wanted to have coffee and a bad time, I would just stay home and chug like the rest of my Mountain Dew. But I would even make it. I'd mix Mountain Dew with some Mike's Hard Lemonade and I would have a blast. And I would half watch YouTube videos and halfway fold my laundry and then dance to music and have fun, sweaty, naked, and free. I would not get dolled up to see some old, scrawny, short fuck, all for the sake of coffee that will irritate my stomach. And I don't even like coffee. And then on top of that, for a walk, and he doesn't seem like that. He's like he does not give interesting conversation. Or at least like when we first met, we talked for like a few hours, and even then talking with him, some moments were just like, I won't say pulling teeth. I won't say it's like close to watching paint dry. It's just like he gives me the same like less amusement than those videos where people fill glass bottles with Orbeez and then throw them down the stairs, which is a bad thing as a man. It's like you don't interest me. What can I say? I'll put it this way: if you are old, ugly, and uninteresting, you're gonna have to give a little bit. So I thought to myself, I just straight up was like, I'm gonna share what I want. I said, how about this? I feel like staying inside and sleeping. That's what I feel like doing. But if you want, you know, the idea of spending time with you and talking does still seem nice. But I feel like I need to get my energy up, and I'm more of a sit down, relax, and talk for a few hours over some good food type person. Would you like to go to this one spot I know for brunch to enjoy the sunny day with some food? And then once we warm up, then we can walk around and check out the farmer's market. And then this man, this is where it's like, okay, you're just peak stinginess to me. And I thought to myself, we are just incompatible. Nothing's wrong with being incompatible. It's like we are just not in sync with each other. Because he was like, oh, I picked up some pastries. I hate pastries. He like unless it's like a bear claw or a strudel, but even then it's like just I don't like. I'm not a pastry person. Fuck you if you give me a pastry. You like unless it's okay a cinnamon roll, but even then anything less than Cinnabon or semi-fetties or like one specific bakery in the city. It's like I'm extremely niche about my pastries. Don't offer me pastries. It's empty carbs. I'm a meat girl. I'm a sweets girl. Don't just be like, here's bread. I have bread at home. Shut up. But he was like, when I grabbed breakfast earlier for myself, I had extra pastries. Would you like those? Fuck you. Also, like, fuck you. Fuck you. I'm gonna say it. Fuck you. It's like you want to go to a Starbucks and not give me a pastry because you already got pastries that you bought at home in a saggy brown bag. No, thank you. But even then, I just thought to myself, all right, I'm not, I'm not gonna say anything mean to Bro because he does seem like a nice person. But it's like I'm just saying we are both giving each other all the right signs that we are not compatible. So I just told him, you seem like a nice, healthy, and active guy, and I hope. I just think we are both looking for very different things and people, but I hope you do find the right person for you, like someone who's high energy and can meet you where you're at. And then he was still trying to try, but not that hard. So he was like, "Oh, well, I can see that, but we can still hang out. I just want to, you seem nice to talk to." Da 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 da. And he sent me multiple messages, kind of like spread out repeatedly over and over and over. And it's one of those things where it's like, okay, cool. I don't believe in having male friends anymore. And if you're like, why not? I'll put it this way: anytime I've had a male friend, they usually became boyfriend, or they became an op once we didn't date, or we fucked. And what happened with me and that guy, hey, the video game engineer dude who with the fucked up hair that I really liked and the bike lock nose ring, that guy, asshole guy, I liked him a lot. And it hurt like hell that our friendship. I just don't think men can be friends with me because almost any single man I have been friends with in my lifetime, I think, actually, looking back, it's very rare for me to meet a guy who's not trying to fuck me or date me or just waiting for their chance. So it's like, as much as I like to believe, I don't believe in gender equality anymore because, no offense, I don't think men are very impressive. I think they have to prove their worth and fight for it. Because it's like, oh, you want to be my friend? Interesting. Well, highly doubt that. No offense, I already got like a friend, and I can tell he's truly a male friend for the sake of being a male friend. Or actually, no, he tried to give me a weird neck rub. Well, whatever. Anyway, I don't have positive opinions of men, so it's like you have to really fight to have a good opinion in my book now. Like it's like, sorry, I'm no longer giving people chances just because they want a chance. Now I'm just being like, you're ugly, short, and old. Put a little skin in the game. It's like you can't just be like, here's a big titty skinny girl who's tall and gorgeous like a supermodel. I'm going to to just like, yeah, I'm gonna take her to Starbucks and not even give her a pastry. And we can go for a walk. And this will surely make her fall in love with my old scrawny ass. No, it will not. Jesus Christ, not even when men took me to extremely expensive restaurants in San Francisco did it make me fall for their scrawny asses. No, it can do, because I'm also a personality person, but it's like you can't just. I'll put it this way: you're a civil engineer. You got the cash. Throw it. We already talked and had some not wonderful, but pretty good conversation where you know plenty about me, and I know plenty about you. So I'm just saying, it's like you clearly know me enough to like me. You clearly know what you want from me. You know what you're trying to do with me. Cut the bullshit. You have the money to impress. Use it. Otherwise, what the fuck are you doing? You're wasting your breath. Because it's like the tactics you're trying to use don't even work with young guys. If a young man is like, let's go for a walk and some coffee on a beautiful sunny day, I will be like, no, thank you. And I will enjoy a beautiful sunny day and a walk by myself with Mountain Dew and without getting needed to dress up to the tens with good music. Or I will keep my ass inside with the vibrator. I'm just saying, men usually make my time worse. They usually do. So it's like, I'm sorry. Make it better. Pay for some really good food so that I can associate a good time with what you gave me. And then we can both have a nice, artificial, but still semi real bond. Like the guy from last night. Like, we had a nice enough time, and I had, it's like the conversation was about a solid 7. Nothing too groundbreaking, in my opinion. I've had much more interesting conversations with people, but he was still very nice, and I liked our conversation a lot. But you know what made it spectacular? The fact that I had delicious buttermilk fried chicken and yams in my system with a Sprite with no ice, how I like it, and green beans. And I was happy. So it's like, I'm just saying, you should be, as a man, trying to make me happy. And that's my goal. Because I'm tired of niggas just trying to do the bare minimum. I'm tired of niggas fucking trying to upset me. It's like, no thank you. Make my life extremely good or I'm not leaving my house. Also, some of the niggas I did see, even the ones that fucked me up, still did well. Like, for example, Hay was a nightmare. in several different ways. He was a mess, but I'll put it this way. He still knew how to come correct. He was like, this is an extremely gorgeous woman, and I'm a man who does not have any chance with a gorgeous woman. So, here's some expensive shit. Here, I'm gonna help you call a ride out here, and I'm gonna treat you to whatever you like. And that's how you should as a man, and that's why I still have a positive opinion about that man. That's how you're supposed to do it. Meanwhile, like I'm just saying, it's like that's why I also have even less leniency for old niggas. I still felt a bit of guilt, and then I thought to myself, why do I feel guilt? He should feel guilty because he's the one trying to fuck a young lady with like, you know, $4 worth of coffee and a walk. Low effort. He already talked to you. He knew about your personality. He knows about you. He's the one trying to fuck you over. You're not trying to fuck him over. Cause like my lesbian ass, if I saw a woman I really liked, I'd be like, of course I'm gonna take you out for a nice fucking dinner. Of course I'm gonna take you out for breakfast. Of course you deserve that. So why should a man not? Why should I date people who wouldn't do that for me? Like, you're an old ass man who makes a lot of fucking money, and you're not very cute, and you don't get bitches, and you're trying to try your luck with someone who can be a model, and you're gonna be like, let's see, taking her out to brunch. Do I find this woman worth like $12 to $16 worth of food? And if your answer is no, that's exactly why you're going to kill yourself and die alone. I'm just saying, you need to work on that shit. Oh, it feels good. It's like, what can I say? I like men who give. I like it. And if some people see me as a gold digging harpy, whatever. I would rather be seen as a gold digging harpy than a girl who would fuck anybody and not get a single thing out of it. I'd rather be the girl who gets a lot, a lot, a lot. Treated to the best things, has a fun time. I specifically, for this summer, I am planning out a bunch of flings. A bunch of them. I'm balancing them. And I like it. I'm actually doing it so well that it's actually kind of scary. Because niggas can tell that I'm not into them. Because if I was talking to just them, I'd be talking to them every hour of the day, and they'd be burnt out, and they'd lose interest, and be ungrateful, and blah, blah, blah. And we all know how the story goes. But instead, I've got 7 niggas at once I'm talking to. I have to make a fucking chart graph just to organize them. And it's going well so far. Had a wonderful date last night, and I already know it's like, okay, if I want to see him this summer, then hey, I told them in advance this is gonna be a slow burn fling. So it's like, and then the second a man tries to be too perverse, I'm like, you're definitely not on the wavelength I'm on. And then they go, oh shit, no, I am. I'm sorry. Because it's like, see, you tried to cross my fucking boundaries. That's why I don't like men. You tell them what they want, they try to cross your fucking boundaries. So it's like, cool, you tried to be a pervert before you even had a date. You want to ask for photos of me in inappropriate ways before you even asked what my favorite color is. You're getting removed. And then they get removed. And then they'll try to fight their way back. And they'll be like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. What about a date to a nice romantic, Mediterranean restaurant? It's like, there we go. Now you're speaking my fucking language. Never try some bullshit like what you just tried. Again. Again. I swear to fucking God. And it's one of those things where it's like, I know what I want. And men have done a very good job of setting a bar, and I plan to not surpass that bar. So it's like, okay, like, hey, let's go to the spa. Let's go to Monster Truck Valley. Let's go to the meat festival. Let's go to a Renaissance fair or the county fair. Let's go to this dance class or this cooking class. Let's do this, this, and that. And we'll do a lot of nice, wonderful dates before I ever get close to your fucking apartment ever. Because I'm not trying to have niggas that think just because they took me on 3 fancy dates that they deserve my pussy. That's not how this works, sweetie. No, no. I will, like, nah. You said Cirque du Soleil and horseback riding. You said French laundry. You said this. I'm not gonna just be like, sure, I'll fuck you first and then believe that you'll keep your promise. No, you're gonna do every single thing that you love bombed and promised to me. And you are gonna get mad at yourself for promising it, but it's not my fucking fault you did. And you are gonna secretly, subconsciously like that. You're gonna like that I'm hard to earn. And you're gonna be devastated to find out that you are not the only fucking guy. But it's okay. It's okay. I don't give a fuck. Because at this point, I'm prioritizing my own happiness. And I'm just kind of realizing things. It's like I'm young and hot. I have had a lifetime of giving men that didn't deserve chances, and trusting them and believing them and loving them, and that did not benefit me. So now it's like, okay, what does benefit me? And so it's like, okay, which would I rather do? Exercise with some ugly old man on an empty stomach with caffeine in my system and be miserable? and go to a farmer's market where he might not buy me shit anyway, when I know damn well that there's a young hot guy out there that will give me 1,000 times more than he will. Exactly. It's like I would much rather just spend my time indoors, doing whatever the fuck I want. And it's like I'm not leaving my house unless it's something guaranteed to be better than what I've got at home. So they need to come correct. The guy last night, though, he did well, but still not that well, because it's still like, okay, I had to open my own car door. Disgusting. And then on top of that, it's like, okay, I'll put it this way. I dressed up so well last night. I had this like gold bangles, gold choker necklace, like beautiful gold ring on, like red beret, red bodysuit, push-up bra, oiled up and moisturized with the shea butter, smelling like coconut, lavender, and vanilla. And I had on my cute black swingy skirt mini dress on top of it, and my body looked so tea. And this nigga did not compliment me. So it's like, cool, you're already off on the wrong foot. But I will give him credit. We had our date last night, and I left without getting dessert because I was truly that satisfied and happy with his presence. That is it. I'll put it this way. Usually every man has to get me dessert. So if I enjoyed our date so much that I'm truly like, hey, I had so much time that I just want to go home and nap after this. I don't even need dessert. No, thank you. Like, I said no to creme brulee or fountain cake or whatever. Oh, you must be doing something right. But still, it's like he knows he better fucking get that act together. Because it's like I looked so good the other night that every single person on the street turned their head to look at me and stare me down. Cars literally slowed to stare me down. The golden hour sun was reflecting on my skin, my jewelry, everything about me looked amazing. I had my heels on, and like it would be cars full of men, like full on staring at me, like ooh, ooh, oh, ooh, like staring me down unblinkingly. And even when the lights turned green, they would take a while to drive off and they would still be staring like, wow, look at her. Like, and I'm shitting you not. It felt like a mix between a horror movie and also like a romance or comedy movie. I felt like someone did a spell on me because I stepped out and it's like, I was like, this is an obscene amount of attention to be getting. Every single car that drove by, every person that walked by looked at me with such love, adoration, or fascination. And I was like, damn, I got a lot of power. That's amazing. So niggas have to come correct because like I'm someone where I've always considered myself very beautiful, and even back then when I didn't, it's like okay, but I still knew I was deserving of respect no matter what. So, but now it's getting to the point where I'm seeing things that others saw in me that I didn't see in myself, and I did not. And last summer I realized, holy shit, I'm Lake Tahoe on the first date attractive. I'm Ruby Bracelet on the first date, Opal Necklace by the second date attractive. I am Gary Danko on the first date attractive. I am really fucking hot. And then like and now like last year though it was still rough as fuck. And this year I'm just like I'm gonna read all the books and do what I can. But whatever, like I'm gonna make sure I have a good ass summer by any means necessary. And I have had I've finally hit the level of disgust and misandry in my system where I truly don't give a fuck about men anymore. I don't. And I'm working on it. Like if I ever had like last night, I could tell I was gonna hesitate to order a fucking soda with my fucking date, but then I realized, wait a minute. One, I'm a hot lady. Two, this guy has money. Three, it's a fucking $4 soda. Don't be like last year when you dated that financial fucking nepo baby who you didn't know was secretly super fucking rich, and you were asking him to get like extra fruit with your breakfast plate. Like, come on now. Or like hesitating to ask him for shit. Like, I just I'm trying to lock in and remind myself, right, Tamia, you wouldn't be on a date with a guy unless he had money. And men subconsciously, they like a challenge. They like a woman who's hard to get. They actually enjoy being put on the spot. It sends endorphins and vasopressin to their brain that is necessary for a man to fall in love. You have to stress out a man to make him fall in love. You have to embarrass them. You have to make them feel pathetic. You have to get to that little 4-year-old in their brain that has mommy issues and ego issues, and you have to make them feel like you are a good man, aren't you? You're a big boy who can do a lot for me, or are you a pathetic little wimp? And then they will show up for themselves regardless. So even today when the walk and coffee guy, he tried to be like, I would like to just be a friend to you. It's like, I see through that, nigga. Your personality is not going to change the fact that you are ugly, old, and stupid. No. I said, cool, I'm probably just gonna stay inside and DoorDash myself some food. Like that nigga, if he really wanted to see me, he'd put in the fucking effort. So it's like, sorry nigga, you wanted to be lame, so you are going to have to go rock climbing or take a walk and get coffee by yourself. And if you ever want to see me, you're gonna have to be one of those dudes that's gonna be like, I'm gonna take you out to a fancy dinner first. Or what can I make your life easier with? Because I like those niggas. I like to have a nigga that's like, I'm not just gonna get you one dinner, I'm gonna get you two. Those are my favorite types of men. I'm just saying. So I'm locking in the summer. I plan on having a lot of fun. And I plan on really, really enjoying myself. Hmm. Yeah, also the guy was I had a date with last night. Funny enough, I did think to myself, I was like, I should put Cirque du Soleil on my bucket list. But I thought to myself, no one can afford that. And lo and behold, the guy I was with last night, he straight up said, like, yeah, I went to Cirque du Soleil a few weeks ago. And we bonded over that because I love Cirque du Soleil. And he had a great time. So hopefully we can go together again this summer. And he can, I don't know, bond with me over it. But yeah, I'm learning the hard ways about how men develop feelings for women, and it disgusts me. But the sick thing about it is that the more disgusted, uninterested in men, and more selfish that I get, the better luck I have in dating. Like you just have to be like you're ugly, stupid, and fucking poor. You have to. Have you seen that video of that guy in New York with the money where he's just like, you fat, you ugly, and you broke. You fat, you ugly, and you have to do that, and you just have to keep doing that to men, or else they will act up. Like, if you don't do that to men, that's why we have men out here who genuinely will be like, ooh, girls love a silver fox and an older man, but it'll just be like a bald, severely obese, like rotting man with gut issues like Elvis, who will think that a girl would date him just for the sake of him having a good job and fuck him for free. No dates, no anything. It's like, you need to tell men that they're pathetic. A lot of us need to do that and ask for what you want. I have ended friendships with the girls because they will refuse to ask what they want and advocate for themselves. It's like, bitch, like raise your self esteem up because it's like you knew you like. Come on now, I don't fuck with that shit. I'm just saying. Like come on now. Anyway, I'm hungry, so I'm gonna go ahead and order myself some food and probably enjoy a nice day inside and feel nice and good. Mm-mm-mm. Talk to you later. But yeah, I plan to have an exciting summer, and any dude who approaches me correctly with every single thing I want, like everything, I'm gonna make sure I get everything I want by the end of the summer. I'm gonna have such an exciting, fun time. Everything's gonna get checked off the checklist. It's not gonna be like last summer, where I just go to a bunch of comedy shows and like have cute outfits and stuff, and like one or two, maybe three exciting things happen for me, but then just have a terrible time. Nope. I'm gonna be outside. I'm gonna have shopping sprees. I'm gonna have fun, and I'm gonna get lit and turned and have a good time. Bye. Peace out.